Look at this geometric scale. Let this single small shape represent $1 million. This is what 10 million looks like. Expand it exponentially from there, and you finally reach the net worth of Jeff Bezos. Now, contrast that staggering block of wealth with where you probably sit right now. You hold the university degree society told you to get, yet your daily living expenses consume your paycheck, and student debt continues to hang directly above your head. When you see that massive gap between your reality and the ultra-wealthy, it is easy to feel the game is rigged. You tell yourself they got lucky, they cheated the system, or were born into cash. But the data paints a very different picture. A recent WealthX report tracking the world's ultra-wealthy found that 68% of them are entirely self-made. Individuals like Warren Buffett built their net worth from the ground up. You see the exact same pattern across completely different industries. Founders like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Howard Schultz were born into poverty and still reached the top of the financial ladder. While circumstance plays a role in any life, it isn't the primary variable separating these two worlds. The persistent gap between your bank account and theirs is often the result of operating on an entirely different mathematical equation. This formula illustrates school's two-dimensional logic. Income equals salary multiplied by time. Earning $20 an hour for a 40-hour week takes 24 years to reach $1 million. But that ignores income swallowed by taxes, daily expenses, and inflation. By tying your income directly to your hours, you bind yourself to a strictly finite resource. You only have so many hours in a day, which places a hard physical ceiling on what you can earn. If your goal is to build substantial wealth in a short amount of time, this linear equation will never get you there. You have to stop trading hours for dollars. In a capitalist economy, the rules of the game dictate that you are paid in proportion to the perceived value you offer the market. Think about a commercial cleaner. They sweat through a physically exhausting shift every single day, yet their paycheck is a fraction of what an accountant earns while sitting behind a desk. The market rewards the accountant because they possess specialized knowledge that saves clients thousands of dollars. The cleaner's job, while taxing, can be learned by almost anyone in a matter of hours, making them easily replaceable. Take that logic to its extreme. Professional athletes make millions because there is massive global demand for a highly specific skill that almost no one else on earth can execute. Physical exhaustion alone does not generate high income. To increase your wealth, you must stop focusing on how hard you work and start focusing entirely on increasing your perceived value to the market. So, how do you practically increase that value? By recognizing that money only ever flows in one direction, towards solutions to problems. This visual scale maps out the proportional relationship at play. If you fix a $1 million market frustration, you are rewarded with millions. If you solve a $1 billion problem, you are rewarded with billions. Consider the friction of traditional retail. Driving to a store, facing limited stock, and dealing with slow delivery times was a universal frustration. Amazon provided a comprehensive solution to those inconveniences, and the market responded with its capital. You don't need a massive initial budget to find your own variable. Start by listening to the market. What do people find inconvenient? What frustrates them daily? What do they wish existed? When you focus on the solution rather than the currency, the money becomes a byproduct. It is the market's receipt for a problem that no longer exists because you solved it. Identifying a solution is only half the equation. You then have to apply the multiplier, scale. To generate real wealth, your solution must be able to affect a massive magnitude of people. Opening a local restaurant is constrained by the physical foot traffic of the neighborhood. But writing a piece of software allows you to duplicate and distribute your solution across the globe with almost zero extra production costs. Next comes the catalyst of automation. If you charge $100 an hour to teach yoga, you haven't actually built a business. You've just created another job, because your income is still bound by the number of hours you can physically teach. However, if you take that expertise and record a digital class once, you can sell it online 24 hours a day. You detach your physical presence from your earning potential. Without injecting scale and automated processes into your model, your solution will never become a true wealth-generating machine. Once you engineer an automated, scalable system, you arrive at the final milestone, the acquisition. This is the moment the market purchases the system you built. This is Instagram being absorbed by Facebook for $1 billion. This is PayPal being sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, putting $165 million straight into Elon Musk's pocket. When a solution to a massive market problem fully matures in the physical world, the infrastructure required becomes a highly prized asset. This liquidation event is the ultimate fruition of the algorithm. It transforms years of problem solving into a massive, independent financial asset. But here is the reality. Cash itself has no inherent value. It is just paper, or a number on a screen, entirely backed by our collective belief in its worth. What you are actually trying to secure is absolute freedom, the ability to make choices without feeling the anxiety of asking, "Can I afford this?" If you ignore this math, you accept a reality where your days are settled on commuting, working a job you likely dislike, and repeating the cycle until your pension kicks in. Stop dedicating your life to the pursuit of an artificial currency. Let the pursuit of solving meaningful problems become the actual driving force of your career. Building a system that functions independently of your direct labor offers the only real escape from the linear grind. It allows you to reclaim your days without sacrificing your security.